I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be tryna watch my moves, tryna steal swag. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be tryna watch my moves, tryna steal swag.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? This is a different edition of the Shot Clock. This is the Shot Clock on the grill. You know what I'm talking about, man? Hey, for those of you who may not know this about me, man, I love to grill, man. Okay, so the Houston Elite one-time game is going to be dropping tomorrow. I had that dropping tomorrow. I got you. I got y'all covered, man. Man, I appreciate everybody. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Mr. Dudes, man? How you doing, man? Hey, how everybody week, man? Oh, Mr. Ferguson said he on his way, man. Let's see. Can I move? Let's see how if I can manipulate this screen. Oh, hold on. That took me out. Hold on. This is my first time doing it strictly from my phone. I'll see if I can flip my screen on my camera. Okay, it won't let me do that, man. But hey, man, this is the special edition of the Shot Clock. All the fellas, they're gonna be hopping on here pretty soon. And we're gonna get things cracking, man. We're gonna get it cracking, man. But hold on, I'm gonna y'all a little peek inside, man. So these are some pecan wood smoking. Got that smoking at the bottom. Got some pecan wood smoking at the bottom, man, and then got some coals, man. I'm just getting started though. I'm just getting started, man. Miss Sanders, what's going on, man? I'm on the grill. I'm listening to some New Jack Swing music, man. A lot of these youngsters don't know nothing about the New Jack Swing style, man. Let me flip my steaks over. Yeah, I fillet my own steaks, man. Strip them right off the bone, so it still got. Man, I'm bad doing it. So it still got like the fat trimming around the edge, because you want that when you're grilling, because you want that to soak into the meat. You know, I'm not really big on the whole bone part, so I strip it really nice, really fine on my steaks. Throw them on the grill, man. Yeah, you hear Bobby B in the background, man. My prerogative, man. Got some links, man. Went to the little meat market. They do a really good job on their casing on the on their sausage, and so I like that, man. And got a slab of baby backs on, then got a slab of St. Louis style. You know what I'm saying? So I prepared them this morning before I went to work. Put it on my little seasonings. You know what I'm talking about, and then after I put my seasoning on, I tend to ride the meat a little bit just so that the seasoning can kind of get down inside. Also, hey, make sure that y'all strip the membrane off of y'all ribs anytime y'all cook them. Make sure you cut that off. If not, you guys gonna have a leathery taste to your ribs, man. Am I gonna be selling steaks, man? Man, hey, man, hey, when I have an event, man, I might hop on the grill. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. I might hop on the grill, but no, hey, no, I'm not a master on the grill, man. This is something that I like doing a lot, man. And so I like grilling a lot, man. And so it was raining. It was raining at first, so I had to pull it in the garage. My wood first before I put the coals on top. Then it stopped raining, so I put it back outside. So we just chilling, man. Hey, man, everybody, how's y'all week been so far? This weekend, how was y'all weekend? I would like to hear how everybody's weekend was. Never gonna get it, man. Miss Sanders, I know you know something about this New Jack Swing music, man. So you know New Jack Swing. Hey, what's going on, man? And so you know New Jack Swing music is like the kind of like your mid '90s uh when all the like R&B kind of really got like hip hoppy at that time, and so that's what the New Jack Swing is. So like all your Bobby Brown at that time, Poison, Bell Biv DeVoe, like you know what I'm saying. So like all that is considered to be. All right, man. It's an Amber Alert, man. Somebody trying to steal some of my kids, man. But hey, man, got some things to talk about real quick for you guys. And so the first topic that I do want to talk about today is you have to put a value on who evaluates you. And so us as y'all gotta hold us responsible as a scout. Y'all gotta hold us our feet to the fire as well. Just as the same that we put your kids through all of that, and we tell your kids, hey, you got to do this, got to do that, got to do the other. Hey, the same thing goes for us as scouts, man. Hold us accountable. One thing you're not going to really say too much about me per se is I'm in a gym every weekend. I'm somewhere, always in the gym, and so hey, y'all got to hold us accountable as well, man. You know, put some type of value on those who. It's not necessarily that you're entrusting your kids to us and in our hands because it's just opinions. But some of us do have really good relationships with college coaches, and so you have to put some type of value on who's evaluating your kid. You know, hey, just like we rank kids, man, y'all can rank us, man. Hey, who's where, who's here, who's there. Because for me, it's at the end of the day, it's just all about helping the kids. That's what it's about. And I'm gonna keep sounding like a broken record every time that I say this. Only thing that I charge for is videos. Doing videos. That's it. That's all that I charge for. I don't charge for anything else. I don't charge to write up your kid, to do an article on your kid, to evaluate your kid, to send off my evaluations to college coaches. I'm not charging any parent for that ever. To tweet about your kid, write a statement on Facebook, whatever it is, I'm not going to do it. Just the videoing. Why? Because it takes time. The whole video thing is something that takes time. And so if I'm spending an hour filming and then I come home and spend 2 hours editing, you know, I think for me spending 3 hours of my time that I could have just been, it's easy for me to sit there, watch a game and type some stuff up in my phone because I can do I can do an evaluation, a good paragraph long, 5 to 6 sentences on your kid just from watching a game versus film. I got to come back home. I got to concentrate. Then I got to come back home. I got to take the film off the camera, put it onto the computer, and then I got to put it in the software. Then I got to go through basically and rewatch the whole game again, which is cool. I don't have an issue with that at all. But then as I'm rewatching the game, all I'm doing is I'm chopping pieces up, putting it together for you, try to make it be presentable for college coaches. You know, I can do the whole look like a rap video type thing because I know that's what the young kids really like, but college coaches don't like that. They don't like those mixes where it's a lot of transitions, a lot of flashy stuff. It looks like almost like you're watching a rap video, but I know that's something that the young kids really like. But for me, that's just not my thing, man. Hey, man, I know, Coach. I know, Coach Bobby B. Man, I'm not giving it out for free. I'm just trying to help. Okay, so Bobby B, you know me, man. I'm all about helping the community. So if you trying to get into filming, guess what? You're not taking money out of my pocket because I'm still gonna be able to make a little money on the side because for me, I'm not filming to try to get rich either. I'm not out here trying to break parents. Now, I'm a part of a filming group on Facebook who they give a lot of really good tips. And then they talk about how much they charge as well. A lot of people are charging $100 an hour. $100 an hour. So like I just said, it takes me 3 hours to do a mix on your kid. Some of these people out here is charging that's $300 for a mix that's going to last anywhere from 1 minute to 2 to 3 minutes. Is so I know you can't put a value on your kid per se, but are you really going to spend $300 for a 3 minute mix? Just saying. Think about that. So somebody like me, if I'm charging 60 or $50, depending on if it's just like a full game, $50, you don't really want no edits, no cuts. If I gotta sit there and chop that thing up, $60, and then you divide that by that 3 hours, that's like paying me $20 an hour. Okay, that's cool. That's a nice little. If I was to make this into a full-time thing, that's a nice little change for like a little full-time job. $20 an hour. Some of y'all wouldn't even take a job that paid less. Just saying. So let's let's just keep everything positive and going in the same motion, man. Yeah, man. Hey, that's what it's about, Coach Bobby, man. It's all about helping. Just like you, a lot of people don't know. Extra Eyes throws a lot of college exposure events, but a lot of people don't want to go to them. Why? Because they feel that maybe it's not a big enough level. Look, you need to get in front of some college coaches, and that's all it is at the end of the day. You can't complain that nobody's seeing me, nobody's talking about me. Um, G Day, G Day hating on me, Hicks hating on me, Doug hating on me, Sloan hating on me. Look, if there's other people who are doing things, because I reach out to kids all the time, Bobby, be like, hey man, look, we about to do this. Hey coach, a couple kids you think can benefit? Yeah, I do. And so all we do is reach out to the kids, and it's up to the kids if they want to go or not. And so you gotta start putting the value on those who evaluate you, because everybody's not in it for the right reasons, and everybody's not doing it for what's best for you and yours. And so you got to do what's best for. Oh yeah, them steaks looking nice right there. And so you got to do what's best for you and yours at all times. Um, and that's it, man. And know who's genuine, who's out here doing the things for the kids and not doing things for personal gains or for themselves. Finish smoking that out real quick. And so, just put some type of value. Like I said, evaluate us. Hey, I would really like to see this. I would really like to see somebody come out with a scout ranking. Not company. I'm not talking about a company, because I own Ball So Hard Scouting Service. Like, this is me. I own that company. But I also worked at one time for Prep Hoops. And right now I'm also working with RCS Sports. But guess what? I still have Ball So Hard. This isn't going anywhere ever. It's not. And so I would like to see y'all evaluate us, put us in the rankings. If y'all need help naming some of the scouts, man, just holler at me, man. And we can get some scouts. I can give you some scouts names. So y'all know me, Jeffrey Day, G Day Hoop Scout. As you see right here, that's me on Twitter, Instagram, G Day Hoop Scout. If you want to follow me on the Ball So Hard SS, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all the same. My YouTube page, Ball So Hard TV. And so that's who I am. I'm Jeffrey Day. You got Bobby Benjamin, Extra Eyes Media. That's one person. You got Gary Carter. He's a part of Extra Eyes Media. That's two people. You got Jim Hicks, of course, RCS, Doug Jones, RCS, Marcus Sloan, OTR. You got Robert Carroll, a part of OTR. You got Anthony Willis, who's a part of Ball So Hard. There's lots of guys out here. Courtney Dion has his own. Marlon Lowe has his own scouting service. And so there's lots of guys who have different scouting services. And so guess what? Rank us. I would love to see it, man. I would. Somebody may get mad, but guess who it ain't gonna be? It ain't gonna be me. I'm not gonna get mad at it. So hey man, he wanna know what I got on the grill, man. Hey man. So on the grill, I got some sausage that I got from the little meat market. They do a really good job with that casing on the sausage. So that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fire right there. Just letting some smoke hit on it, man. You see this? Y'all see the smoke coming out, man. Letting some smoke hit on it. Also got some baby back ribs, and then I got some St. Louis style ribs, and then I took some steaks and I filleted them. And when you fillet your steak off the bone, so it's and I know I already talked about this, but when you fillet any type of meat off of any type of bone. You want to keep the fat that's a part of that that's there that's kind of holding it to the bone. You want to keep that. You want to make sure that you get under that so you're kind of scraping a little bit of gristle off the bone. Why you want to do that? Because when you're cooking, all that fat is going to go straight into your meat. You want your meat to absorb it so that your meat can stay juicy. Hey, I'm no grill master, but I love grilling. I know what I'm doing, and I do a really good job. And so, also on the grill, I got some charcoals on top, just some regular, Kingsford charcoal. I'm a charcoal guy, not a gas grill guy. Charcoal. So I got some charcoals on top, and then on the bottom, I got some pecan wood. All right, got like 7 pieces. Um, I get my pecan wood from this guy. He's around the corner. Pecan wood. I put that on there first. That's first thing I do so I can get a nice smoke going. A nice smoke going. And then once the pecan wood kind of dies down and just smoking, then you throw briskets. You throw your little Kingsford cold brisket coals on top. Get them going. You let them die out. Make sure your temperature is right. Like right now, I'm cooking at like 295, which is cool, perfect. Let the temperature die out. Boom, throw your meats on. Throw your ribs on first because they're gonna take the longest to cook. Everybody does this differently. For me, I always wrap it in foil first. So I like to all that juice to just be sitting in the foil. So then I ain't gonna tell you everything I do, but just know it be fire, man. That's all you need to know. And so, all right. So, hey, what do y'all want to talk about? What is it that y'all want to talk about? I talked about putting value on those who evaluate you. I feel that is very important because some of us are really out here working hard on the behalf of the kids for the parents to college and not pay anything at all. That's the end goal. You want to be able to go to college, and when you graduate, when you get that bachelor's of science, bachelor's of arts, whatever it may be, when you get that bachelor's, you want to be able to walk across that stage and not owe a single dollar to no type of federal or school type of aid, none of it. You want to be able to walk across owing nothing, so that when you start your adulthood, you're starting basically scot free. You don't owe the government nothing yet. And so that's the whole end goal. That's the whole point of it. That's what it's all about. For me, I'm gonna say I can't say for everybody else what it's about, but for me, that's what it's all about, man. Let me take this banner down. Hey, man, how you doing, Mr. Cheney? What's going on? Grassroots. Hey, grassroots basketball is crazy. It's always ever changing. Is what it is, man. It's always people moving around. It's always new people popping up, new teams popping up out of nowhere. And that's just what is come to be the nature of what grassroots basketball is. Now, to me, is that a good thing? No, because sometimes you want to stick out certain situations. But then for others, you've been in this situation for a long time and you've been lied to a lot. And so nothing has ever changed. And so now you have to get yourself out of it and put yourself in a brand new situation so that you can make something better for you and yours. Um, that's what it is, man. Mr. Cheney, what you hitting for, man? Wait, man. I don't know what y'all play. 2 dice, 5 dice down here, man. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know the Houston ways, the South ways, man. I don't know how y'all be shooting the dice, man. Hey, man, smoke getting to me a little bit, y'all. But make sure, hey, yep, real quick, I want to touch on this as well. Where that banner go? Let me put the banner up real quick. There's one more thing that I wanted to touch on as well. As I'm waiting for these knuckleheads to pop on, so we can get it pop, so that we can really get it popping on here. All right, this is something else, man. So they play 2 dice on the notes, man. That's what's up. Mr. Deuce says, "What? All right, Mr. Deuce, man. This is a great question, man. Let me run my banner down real quick, man. So Mr. Deuce says, what options are there for a kid that isn't D1 but parents are middle class and they can't get aids from a D2? a D3, or NIA? All right, that's a really good question, and I'm glad that you asked that question. And so, when you can't get aid from schools because you make too much money, one or two things. So you can either have your son, not claim your son or your daughter on your taxes anymore, and have them apply for financial aid, and in that way, the government would give them as much money as possible. They're not even going to base it off of your income because they're going to base it off of their income. And so if your kid has never had a job, they're going to give them a lots of money. The bad part about that is you have to pay that money back. That's the sucky part about the whole situation, is you have to pay that money back. That's one option. The second option is, unfortunately, for those who are middle class citizens who are making over $70,000 a year as a family, which to me this is crazy. Don't nobody want to give you help because they feel that since you're making over 70K as no, let me take that back. It's not 70. If you're making over 85K as a family, then they figure that you can afford to pay for your kids' school. But just because somebody's making over 85K does not mean that their lifestyle has been set up to where they could pay for their kid to go to school. And so I'm glad that you posed that question because that is tricky, it is difficult, and that is hard. And sometimes it's not right, it's not fair. I don't think it should be that way. But a lot of times that's just what it is, and that's how it happens. So for it, there's a kid last year, like his mom basically made the bulk of the money in the family. I won't say no names, but they together as a family they made 86K together as a family, and so their son couldn't get no type of aid, not aid from the school, barely any aid from the government, and so they still had to come out of pocket like 20K a year to pay for their son to go to school. And so that is not right, like I said, and it's not fair, and that's just how it is, and it's tough. And that's why you have to be on your kids hard and be truthful with your kids if they're into sports, man. Make sure this is something that they really want. Make sure this is something that they're really going to work hard for, that they're going to grind, that they're going to bust their butt to do. Because if not, then all this is for naught. It's all for nothing. It's been all pointless. And I don't want it to be that way for anybody. Like I said, I want everybody to be able to go to school, to be able to graduate with zero debt or with as little debt as possible. Sir. I ain't much gonna catch over. Yeah, coach, man. Hey, I'm glad you brought. So, so this happened in the AU tournament in the Midwest, where a parent was so upset with the coach that they shot the coach. They shot the coach because of playing time. Now, I'm from the Midwest, and I've seen some crazy things, but I never thought I would see the day where a parent would shoot a coach over playing time. Mr. Stewart, I sent your message. I was busy getting getting the meat ready for the grill. You know what I'm talking about? The meat ready for the grill. As the young people say, I gotta say pause or no homo or whatever after I said that. But I was getting my ribs, my um links. I'm gonna call it a link ready, and my steaks ready for the grill. But I will be getting you that information, Mr. Stewart. But yeah, no, that's crazy that a parent was so mad that they shot the coach because of playing time. Y'all chime in on this one, man. I just want to know, what drives a parent that mad to where they want to shoot the coach because of playing time. I mean, it, coach, man, it don't matter if it's elementary, middle school, high school. I don't care what level it is. And girl basketball be wild, man, and boys do too. But what would want to cause you? I mean, y'all are parents, man. Has that ever crossed your mind before? I just honestly just want to know. Like, has it ever crossed your mind that, hey, you know what? I want to do not necessarily shoot the coach, but maybe you want to throw hands with the coach. Y'all can be transparent on here, man. Has that ever crossed your mind to where y'all was like, man, me and coach finna throw hands after this game because he tripping? To me, it's never been that serious because I'm a parent who, when I first started, my son was in the 6th grade. And so I coached my son 6th grade, coached him a little bit 7th grade. Halfway through the season, I was like, look, man, I can't coach you. I can't coach you because we too busy. You think you would know it all. We too big. I can't be going back and forth with you because then it takes away from the other kids. And so me, I had to remove myself from coaching my own child. So I already know that it's tough dealing with somebody else's kid. But sometimes kids ain't ready. And then see at the elementary level, how do y'all feel? Do you feel that because like I said, when I started, my son was 6th grade, but he was playing up on we had a 13U team. He really should have been on the 12U team. But we did 13U 2 years, then 14U. Uh, then we did a 15U on the circuit before we moved here. Um, but does it come to that point though, to where it's like, man, it's just so at the elementary level, do y'all feel all kids should play, or is this we here to win, we playing the best players? Like what is it? I need to know what the narrative is on it for y'all, man. Yeah, they said it was somebody's daughter, man. Um, it's still a sad situation to me. Just my opinions, man. Yeah. I'm with you on the refs now, Miss Sanders. I'm with you on the refs now. I've never been mad at the coach to where I'm about my kid where I want to hurt the coach ever, never. But some refs, I'm not saying I ever want to put hands on refs, but the refs can get the refs be getting reckless at times, man. And I'm cool with a lot of refs, but some refs just take it a little bit too far at times. For instance, I was at an event this weekend. This ref, so every weekend on this ref's court, there has been a fight. Every weekend on this referee's court, there has been fights. So what he do? Soon as the game start, jump ball tipped in the air. It was really scrappy. He wasn't calling nothing. So a parent stood up and was like, blow the whistle. And so he pauses the whole entire game. He pauses the whole entire game. Goes over to the parent, threatens the parent, and then when the parent started coming out the stands, he ran to go get the event directors. Come on now, what? Where do you the one who approached this man because all he said was blow the whistle? All the parent, I was in the gym. All he said was blow your whistle. The referee stops the game, goes and confronts the parent, cusses at the parent. And so the parent, he's like, what? And he finna come. He trying to get down. People kind of trying to hold him. And the referee takes off, go get the event. The person who's over the event at the facility, pulls them back there. And so this referee has had a fight since the beginning of AAU has started this year, has had one fight on his court at every tournament. Now, to me, hey man, you can't ref no more, man. That's just my personal opinion right there. You can't ref no more because you have no type of control, man. You got a short man complex. I'm not saying that I'm tall or anything, but he got that real Napoleon like short complex, man, and he was in the wrong because for one, you can't be disrespectful and going on other man's face and talk crazy and then go run to get security and get help to come watch your court because you feel threatened and you want to kick everybody out the gym. No, you initiated, you started that. So since you started, you got to deal with the consequences. We talk to our kids about dealing with consequences. Hey, that was his consequence. He didn't want to deal with it. And so he ran and got the authorities. I agree with you. And that does not happen a lot. I don't see a lot of situations where referees are where referees are being evaluated. Oh yeah, them nights. Where referees are being evaluated, man. They're just allowed to do whatever they want to do. Hold on, y'all. My bad, man. My bad. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'm trying to peek at my ribs. Oh yeah. I'm peeking at my ribs real quick, man. Oh yeah, them nice. So yeah, man, I agree with you. I think refs should be evaluated. Yes, some refs do be tripping, man. And we talk about this almost every week, man. Yes, parents do like to be lied to, but the game they don't lie, and that hurts parents, especially the ones that don't come to practice. And I'm gonna add in those who don't get into games, who don't play. Like it hurts their feelings when because and I get it, I understand. A lot of people pay thousands of dollars for their son to be on the team. And then I gotta turn around and pay 25 to 40 bucks just to get in the event. And then if he got siblings, then I gotta get concessions. And so, I'm spending a good 150 to $200 a week because I'm coming to watch my son play, plus the time that we spend from traveling from our house to the games, our house to out of town trips, and then he's not getting in, he's not playing. Look, it comes a point in time where you got to be real with yourself and with your kids. Hey, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe we can pick up a different sport. We could try to do something else. Um, you can have a love for something, but just because you love it, don't mean it's meant for you. You know what? And I'm not trying to say any of these brothers on this feed is like this, but sometimes, we tell multiple women or multiple girls that we love them. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you can have love, maybe not being love, but you can have love for more than one. But don't feed them something that you truly can't compete. You can't really deal. Honestly, you can't really deal with that. That's tough, man. And so I don't know how some guys be doing it for years. I don't know, man. Maybe I never ran across the right person to be like, man, let me love on you too and you too. But hey, you can love something, but just because you love it, don't mean it's for you. That's just it just is what it is at the end of the day. So Miss Sanders said she had a ref tell her he didn't care what was happening on the court because he had already been paid, and that's another thing. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be. I already got my paycheck, so guess what? I'm done for the weekend. I already got my cash in my pocket, so I ain't really gonna call no calls. Somebody kid gonna get hurt. It ain't my kid, so why do I care? I'm just saying that's the attitude of it. He said ran up on a college coach, ran up on our college point system, where Power Five colleges were worth 5 points, and so on. I use that with kids offers to get an average, and tells the schools what they and that tells what schools they should go to. You need to post again. Yes, 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 yes. I'm definitely going to do that article. Again, I'm gonna do it in June. He's talking about an article that I had did where I did a point system based off of the colleges, and then as well as the grassroots programs and who they have that go to these certain levels. And I do it based off of a 2 years rotation. So there you can kind of evaluate even the program that you're going to before you go there. And so if this program is known for getting one kid or two kids, you already kind of know, all right, hey, is my son that one kid? Is he, or is he gonna be the other where he's going to a different level, this level? And guess what? There's nothing wrong with going to everybody's not a D1 kid. They're not. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because it's tough to go Division 2, it's tough to play Division 3, it's tough to play NAI, and it's really tough to play JUCO. That's a whole different realm, a whole different level of basketball. And so you got to be prepared, and we got to prepare our kids for these situations. And Mr. Chaney says, yeah, if they evaluated the refs on the floor during game times would change if they got pulled. It would. And I feel that it should. I feel that a lot of events should be like evaluation events for refs. Like this is their in between season per se. And so, yeah, is it a way to make some quick cash on the weekend real quick? Maybe I'm gonna take baby girl out to dinner. And so, I'm gonna make some money at this event real quick so that I can take her out to dinner or that I can go out and do whatever it is. But at the same time, you're not doing a good job. So you need to be evaluated because you need to be held accountable so that when the real season do start, we can know what the games you want to get assigned to. If we got to boot you down to maybe the JV or the freshman games, or maybe you even got to get booted down to back to the middle school games, or maybe some elementary school games. It just is what it is. It's just like it's different levels for players, it's different levels for referees. It is. It's many different levels. Now these suckers told me they was we gonna get on at like 7:30, man. Hey man, it's past 7:30, 7:48. I ain't tripping because I'm holding it down on my own, man. I'm out here grilling, people walking by, they looking, they smell it. You know what I'm talking about? They smell what I got going on, man. Still controlling the fire, man. It's at 2. It's getting a little lower now. I had it at 295. It's at like 288 right now. It's gonna kick my fire back up, man. Still trying to give these suckers a little bit more time, man. Hey, man, that's on them. They just gonna miss out today. But here for y'all, man. So if there's anything that y'all want to talk about, man, as y'all been doing, drop it down. Hey, man, when it gonna be the cook off? Hey, who all can grill, man? I'm not, and we don't want no real pit masters, man. I want some dad barbecue. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want nobody who does this and be selling plates or trying to really start a business. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do a Boss So Hard cook off. I really am. Because I will be one of the judges. Because I like to eat barbecue. And so I want to taste the way that y'all season. I want to taste to see if y'all smoke it. I want to look to see if I can see a smoke ring around it. Or if you just on the grill and you grill fast. I mean, some people grill fast and it still tastes pretty good. And so I just want to see what type of grilling skills everybody got, man. I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna have a smoke ring on mine. But I'm not in the competition, but I'm down to have a competition. So y'all get some barbecue, y'all get some dads together who like to hop on the grill, drink a couple of beers or whatever, and just chill and have fun, man. Coaches should have that's true. I agree with you. Coaches should get evaluated as well. It shouldn't just be referees that get evaluated. It shouldn't just be the high school players that's getting evaluated, but the grassroots coaches should be getting evaluated as well. They should be getting evaluated too, man. Hey, got my piece. Oh, it's finna rain again. Dang it, man. What's going on with the weather, man? Got my steak. Oh, it's nice and juicy. You know what I'm talking about? That steak right there, juicy, man. But yeah, no, coaches should get evaluated as well. We as evaluators should get evaluated. I talked about that a little bit. I talked about that at the beginning. Evaluate us. Do a rankings on scouts, not companies, individual people. Do a ranking on scouts. I would like to really see that list. I do. And like I said, for those who just chimed in, who maybe missed it, I ain't gonna have no type of hard feelings. Y'all can have me ranked last. I don't care. But it should be. It should be a. We should be evaluated. Coaches should be evaluated. Referees should be evaluated. The players are already being evaluated. Everybody else needs to be evaluated too. When you have a regular job, you get evaluated. Coach Stewart, you and I were teachers. Guess what? We have evaluations. Those of you who work other jobs, I know that y'all get evaluated. Because if you're not getting evaluated, there's no way that you can get a raise. How can you get a raise on your job if you're not being evaluated? You don't just deserve a raise just because I've been here. You should deserve the raise because of the work that I'm putting in to make the company better. I deserve a raise because the way that I'm teaching the students, they're learning, they're engaged, they're having fun, they enjoy education. Now, once they leave me, I don't know, because I don't know what other teachers is doing. But I know that I know how to engage with my students. White, black, brown, Hispanic, doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter what they are. I know how to engage. I know how to get them to engage. I know how to get them to participate. I know how to incorporate what they like, fashion, music, whatever it is, into lessons. But that's just me, man. That's just who I am as a person. Because if I can't relate to you, then I'm not going to be able to get you to be engaged. And so when I get evaluated, my principals be like, man, you do a really great job with your students. When students come to you, like a lot of parents request for the kids to come to me because a lot of kids who come to me, they get better grades than what they was getting before. I'm not cutting nobody no slack because I'm tough on the kids, because I hold them accountable. Look, you want to do good? This is what you got to do. You want me to be a good teacher? This is what I have to do. I got to hold myself accountable. I got to hold you accountable. And so we all have to be able to be evaluated at all times and not have a problem with being evaluated. We do, man. Hey, I just need somebody to drop it, man. Somebody drop that list. Drop that list, man, of the scouts, man. I just want to see if hey, man, I may be at the bottom. Guess what? For me, that's just going to make me want to step up my game a little bit more. And even if I'm at the top, I'm not going to get comfortable because I'm going to feel I need to keep being at the top, because that's just me. I'm a competitor by nature. I'm competitive. You can ask my kids. When my kids was little, I would never let them win. If it was playing Monopoly, Life, Risk, Connect Four, Uno, whatever, I'm winning. You got to learn how to play the game. I'll teach you how to play the game, but hey, I'm going to win. Now, if we playing like spades or poker like that, I might not win all them games. But Uno, I'm winning. We playing Monopoly, I'm going to come out on top. We playing Life, I'm going to come out on top. Always. Just saying, man, some of y'all may feel that y'all the best board game players in y'all family as well. But yeah, I'm with you, Sensei. That's how it should be. Everybody should be able to be held accountable for what it is that they do and what it is that they bring to the table. Well, for me, I can't say what make, because there's different. Everybody has their own different ways. But the way that I do things, Coach Jason, the way that I do things, I feel like I do a really good job because I'm at a lot of games and I'm not at the same games every single time. I'm not at the same tournaments where I'm seated, the same exact teams every single time. I like to see a variety of different kids, different players. My phone is full of notes on kids that a lot of people probably would never even put notes on because everybody deserves to be evaluated. They do. There's different levels. Guess what? Kids also they bloom at different times, and so I told the parents this weekend it was a because I had to take pictures for like the 10U championship, and so I took pictures of the champion, and so that they were getting upset because this whole season they haven't been able to beat this team, but they keep meeting up with them in the championship game, and they keep losing to them by about 15 points, about the same every time. And so, they was getting mad, getting down. I'm like, look, it's not. I'm like, look, man, y'all are in the fourth grade. I said it ain't always gonna be like this. A lot of them kids, they may be really good right now, but as y'all get older, y'all gonna get better. I said some of them, they're gonna stunt. They're gonna reach their maximum potential. And guess what? You're gonna end up passing them up in the long run. But you have to keep working because everybody doesn't everybody's not born with the same talents. Everybody's not born with the same gifts. Everything is not given to you all at once. Some things you have to work for it. Because when you work hard for things, you learn how to appreciate things. And that is another thing that we don't I don't want to say we, but that's one thing that I preach to my son is work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. Because when God rewards you, or when you're able to reward yourself, you're going to appreciate it because of how hard you worked at it. It has to be that same mindset. Basketball court, football field, the baseball diamond, um, in the classroom. If you're going to be a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist, whatever it is that you want to be, you have to work, 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 and work at it because guess what? When you get it, you're going to appreciate it. You'll appreciate it more, man. And I agree with you. A lot of people, Coach Stewart, they cannot. A lot of people cannot relate to the kids that they coach. They can't. You do. Hey, if you decide to do that, please let me know. Um, I would love to be there. I would love to come and participate and be a part of it. And help you push it as well. Just get it out there because I do feel a clinic does need to be done, man. Oh man, hey, look, man, I'm not trying to apply pressure to anybody to make anybody else step up their game. I apply pressure to myself so that I can make sure that I'm on top of my game at all times. Because, like y'all said, we should be evaluated. I want to be evaluated as an evaluator. I want somebody to hold my feet to the fire on certain situations. I've had a couple of parents who have. Um, they didn't agree with a lot of things that I said at first, but now that their kids is in college, it was like, we get it now. We understand. We thank you. If it wasn't for you, we would have just kind of just kept doing the same things we was doing. And those are the type of things that kind of motivate me to be like, man, I gotta keep what I'm doing. I gotta keep doing it. Gotta keep working. I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep pushing. And so that's what motivates me, man, is when I'm able to help somebody else and when they're finally able to see it and appreciate it and not look at it as I'm hating or, I just don't like them at all because that's not the case, man. I like a lot of people. I may not, let me rephrase that. God commands me to love everyone, so I love everybody. I may not like everything you do, but I do have love for everyone. And so there's a lot of things that I may not like, but I do love. But I appreciate that. And I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. And that's it. I'm gonna keep being me, man. And it does. It does. What you said is true right here. It comes with the territory. I love being critiqued on how I evaluate. This is my boy Doug, man. Doug, man, you supposed to be. I need to get my boy Doug on because every time we supposed to hop on, and I may hit up Doug like, hey Doug, man, you want to get on the show? Doug always be in traffic, man. Doug always be on the move, man. Doug's another one. Always in the gym, man. Always in the gym. Hey, we just doing what we're gonna do. So Doug, they gonna do a ranking list on us as scouts, man. I'm all for it, man. I just want to see where I fall as an individual as a scout, man. I don't care if I'm ranked 20th. I don't even know if it's 20 people who scout in Houston, but if I fall on number 20, that's cool with me, man. Guess what? I'm gonna keep working hard. But man, yeah, these knuckleheads didn't hop on at all, man. It's cool, man. I'm still smoking my ribs. You know what I'm talking about? My fire is still nice right now. I'm finna raise my temp, add a couple more coals on here. My steaks, man, steaks was tasting nice, man. Yeah, Coach Stewart, that's all we can do is work on ourselves as individuals. We just gotta work on ourselves as individuals, man. We work on ourselves as individuals, everything else take care of itself. I know y'all can't really see it, but it's a nice little ring around this steak, man. Fire. We just gotta keep working on us, man. I'll skip this song real quick. That's that. That's that Bobby B, man. Toss the time. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get you a list, Coach Stewart, um, of who all does do scouting. It's a lot of people who do it that a lot of people don't even know do it. They have like there's actually have certified scouting services, but a lot of people just don't even know it. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody who tuned in, man. My boy Doug, gotta get you on here one time. Coach Stewart, you know you welcome at any time. Until then, man, I'm out, man. Y'all be easy. Hey, y'all stay safe as well, man. Before I go, I seen a list today when I was at work, man. I seen a list. And y'all know I'm from up north from the Chicago area. Hey, Chicago, it be popping off. It do. But right now, Houston has more mass shootings in 2021 than Chicago, Illinois does. And hey, y'all can't say it's all the Chicago people moving down to Houston. I'm just saying, what's going on, man? I honestly, a lot of the shootings that I seen, I didn't even know. I didn't even know took place. And so I started reading this article and they was putting the dates on when the shootings was. So mass shooting is anytime more than 3 people get shot in one location. And so, hey, Houston, y'all been wilding, man. 2021, man, it's only the 4th month. It's April. You know, tomorrow is 420. Back in Illinois, marijuana is legal. So my brother has um a food company, infused food company that he started. Um, Business is doing really well. So I just want to shout him out real quick on here. He's having a Stoner's Ball on tomorrow with a lot of different infused foods, desserts, milks, you name it, it's infused. Um, but he's having a big bash tomorrow. Um, and so just wanted to shout him out real quick. Um, the name of his thing is called High Tide Eateries. Y'all can look him up on Instagram. High Tide Eateries, HIGHTIDE Eatery, High Tide Eatery. He infuses lots of different foods, man. Does lots of private shows. Uh, lots of private parties, done some really big parties. Um, so just want to do it. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I know people sell it here as well, but when it's legal, it's really easy to move it and to get taxed and to pay your taxes on it and be legit. And so I just want to shout them out. But I know people here do the infused food as well. Um, and so shootings is up in Houston. We gotta get that down, man. That's part of the reason why I moved away. Got tired of the different shootings and all the other just dumb stuff that people do, man. And we just need for that to come down, man. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my food. Everybody enjoy y'all evening. Hey, have a wonderful week. Do something. Hey, I talked about this last time. Pay it forward. Hey, just do once. All you gotta do is one time a week. One time a week, pay it forward. I did my pay it forward for the week today. Um, I went and I got me a sweet tea from McDonald's. That's the only thing that I like in McDonald's is that sweet tea. So I went to McDonald's, got me a sweet tea, but the person behind me had a big breakfast, whatever, um, and like a big breakfast with a coffee and something else, and it was like $9. I just went ahead and took care of it for him. So just make sure this week that y'all pay it forward, man, just one time. Any if you're in a grocery store, I don't suggest doing it at restaurants, but if you got it like that, you can afford to pay somebody else 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 bill. Hey, y'all are blessed. God will bless you. So, hey, and y'all be blessed, man. None of my peeps showed up. It's cool. Held it down. Um, yeah. Just think about it, man. Saying just think about it, man. You never know. Because one time somebody may pay it forward for you. Um, I remember y'all could do like Mr. Dudes, man, and find out where I'm gonna be and try to hop behind me real quick, so I can pay it forward for y'all, man. But hold on, y'all. Hold on. I was finna get off now. Hold on. I was finna pop off, man. I've been on for an hour, holding it 57 minutes, 39 seconds, and counting, holding it down for the people. Hey, man, my boy, Coach Anthony Willis has decided to join us, man. Finally, hey, man, I'm on here on the, hey, look, this is an exclusive, man. I'm on the grill. Man. This is an exclusive Shot Clark on the grill, smoking my ribs. They finna be fire.
Hey, my boy on here cooking and
Yeah.
cooking on.
I'm cooking, man. I got Bobby Brown playing in the background, man.
So what was you talking about today?
Oh man, you gotta go back and watch. You gotta go back and rewatch the show, man. But no. I was talking about well, I always end with paying it forward. So we just got finished talking about paying it forward for somebody because you never know how God's gonna bless you in return. Like I said today, I went and got a sweet tea because that's the only thing that I do for McDonald's. Went and grabbed me a sweet tea, but the person behind me had a big breakfast, a coffee, and whatever. I went ahead and took care of that tab for him. Look, where you at, man? What you paying for? What you
Paying
paying
for
for?
something
Right?
at Sonic real quick.
Oh, see, hey, who behind you, man? You gotta ask them how much the person behind you.
How much what?
The person behind you, how much they food, man?
I'm Sonic. I ain't in no drive through. I'm at the little
Oh
standby.
man, you at the little thing, man.
Yep.
Oh, Coach Stewart, it ain't too late, man. I got your email. But no, and then I was talking about, us as scouts we should be evaluated. Coach Stewart also mentioned that it should be a grassroots coaches clinic like they do for high school coaches, and that referees should be evaluated at tournaments because I know you be on them refs, but hey, everybody was getting on the refs case on here.
Well, I'm gonna say about the grassroots part coaches. I think that would be hard because a lot of grassroots coaches wouldn't be coaching then. Because at that point, some of these guys out here coaching shouldn't be coaches. But I think there should be some regulations uh, for that, so that you can make sure kids are getting taught the proper stuff and learning the proper things, and it's going to translate and help them for school and translate and help them for the next level. Referees, for sure, with the pandemic, has been struggling because the GASOs, that's what was always the evaluation was about, having them numbers on their back, the different team camps like in Rice, stuff like that. That's when they would get evaluated. But with the pandemic going on the last year and a half, that has hurt a lot of these refs because they're just coming out and just reffing. They're just reading the rule book and just going out, no experience, not doing any type of games, anything like that. Thank you.
Coach Stewart, check your email. Hey, you
And they
know how
just reffing.
you,
So
you know how I know you've been coaching today? You sound like Jada Kiss, man. You sound like my boy Kiss right now, man. You got the rascal going on, man. Yeah.
I ain't got no voice. No voice, man. No voice. But I will say this weekend, man, like I was out at prime time and
man, I want you to drop a bar, man. You sound like my boy Kiss, man.
I was at prime time this weekend, and since we talking about reps, like literally, I had a ref like tell me that I asked him, was that a 2 or a 3? Because that open court, they got like them 5 different lines on the floor where kids can't tell what the 3-point line is. So he gonna tell me, nah, don't worry about the 2-point or 3-point. You got a lot of coaching doing for the rest of the game. I'm like, that makes a difference. Like, I need my point. So I was a little upset about that. A little bit upset about that one. But what you jamming, bro?
I mean, what's going on, man?
There goes Coach Stewart.
I'm good, man. Hey, man. So the reason why I said that clinic, and you said a lot of grassroots coaching, the reason I said that, it's not just to say not to get those guys to coach, but it's to educate. You know what I'm saying? Because really, to be honest with you, when we go to clinics as high school coaches, we go to get educated. We learn sex. We learn philosophy. We learn, we learn the different aspects of being a coach.
G-Day, turn your music down some.
He in that jamming.
G-Day, turn your music. I can't hear him.
I got you.
But, okay. So what I was saying was, it's not just for those guys to, it wouldn't necessarily run people off. It would educate people more, because when we go to high school coaching clinics, we go for the education part. We learn how to coach. College coaches will come speak. We learn their sets. We learn what works, their man-to-man philosophies. We learn all of that. We learn how to speak to people. So it's not just, we learn how to interact with our kids from it. It's not just getting a certification. Now, at the end of that, you get a cert.
Yeah, but there are some coaches clinics that are like grassroots coaches can go to, correct?
Right.
Like, yeah. Because I know it's a lot of them,
Right. But what I was saying is, the reason I said that, though, if you put certain faces on that clinic, then that would draw the grassroots people more than you. Because, okay, when I go to TABC or high school coaches, we pay that nice fee, or the school pays that fee, and then there's the hotel is paid for, all that good stuff. But if you want to go on your own, you got to pay for all of that stuff.
But if you want to get better, then you'll go and pay for it. I mean,
right,
like,
exactly.
You'll like
pay for it.
Exactly. Like, I feel like that's the thing that grassroots coaches should want to learn. That's what I meant.
Right.
Was like, if we're gonna call ourselves grassroots coaches and we're trying to develop kids and we want high school coaches like you and other guys to respect what we do, then we gotta go and learn the stuff that we need to learn to teach them the right proper stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because every school don't press full court.
Exactly.
Some schools don't run zones. So, then so you got to teach kids how to properly play man. I tell you the other thing is how to guard a screen, like the proper way, how to ice, how to switch properly, how to head properly.
Right.
Like you see a lot of grassroots teams that don't even know how to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And see, that's where you can be like, okay, like a Tascasita. Well, we played a good man this year. We picked you a full court coach. Come speak at the clinic on how we played our man. What's your philosophies and principles on man? So the grassroots coach, the grassroots teams can start teaching that man to man, or they can start teaching that. I'm honest with you. Like when my son played AAU at the younger ages, I wasn't teaching no zone. Like I taught man because I know he needed it. I had a zone, or I would teach it. If it was a zone, it had man principles. It wasn't. It wasn't like we finna sit there and 2-3 you all day.
Yeah. True facts.
I mean, but not only that though, it also teaches you how to relate to the kids though, because a lot of people coach kids they can't even relate to. I mean, I'm just being honest.
No, that's true.
No, that's real.
Relate to them. They don't know the player. They just heard the name though. Oh yeah, this kid he scored this. He did that. That kid might come with a lot of baggage, and you putting him in your program. Now your program.
Sir.
There's a reason why
that's really, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is very important in what you just said for grassroots, because I think a lot of the time people try to like make their team so stacked and so good that they don't even think about what type of kids they're putting together, where it can be toxic for certain kids to play with other kids. Not that we like, oh man, you got to play with him. No, it's just this is a different generation. Like I always will say this: we grew up understanding that you respect your elders, regardless.
Right.
Regardless if you like them or if you get along with them or not, you respect. Nowadays, kids respect who they like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just a kid gonna come and disrespect you. Like he got like, I don't know you. Like who are you? And it's like, that's a big thing that a lot of people don't understand that really translates a lot to these kids.
I agree.
So
these kids are different, and it didn't help that we had this COVID thing. COVID changed a lot of mentality for people. A lot of kids are different. Kids are different. So COVID changed a lot of that stuff. But a lot of these teams I'm watching, they just putting kids on teams because of what they did, and not just really doing their full evaluation on and research on parents and kids.
Yeah. No, you got to. I mean, nowadays, like honestly, if you play at a high level grassroots, it's almost hard now to have tryout. Like you got to go and watch your kids, bring them out to a couple workouts, meet the parents. You got to know, because it'd be hard now to know what these kids are about if you're really trying to put together a really good team on a grassroots level now.
Oh yeah. Really hard. I mean, I think this. If it was a coach's clinic for grassroots in this area, Houston area, that's something that ain't been done in the other area that people don't want to mention. Dallas, it's always Dallas versus Houston, and it might be done. Well, also, why not stamp our own certification? So you go to this grassroots thing, you got your own certification, your own card, and hey, I got my card, I can get in this tournament. It cut out some of the stuff. I mean, because you let coaches in free in tournaments anyway if they play in your tournament, so why not even have the card? I mean, that little card got perks.
Yep.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, I got coaches' cards. I use my cards Heck, the Gasso take coaches cards, high school coaches cards. Why not have a grassroots card? If
Yep.
if everybody sat down at the table and make it happen, it can be a lot of stuff done instead of a lot of negativity. And those are just some of the little things that can happen.
Yep. But the thing is, so Stu, if we do that, and we know how it is, how we stop other guys from going to create their own certification where you got like 5 different certifications.
You got to have a stamp. You got to have your own stamp, your own symbol, your own cert. It got to be. If you look at all the other certification cards that coaches have, it's their own stamp.
Correct.
Their own. Yeah, I mean, don't just take over basketball. Take over grassroots football. Take over all that. That's what That's what Texas high school coaches do.
Yep.
They take over. They take over. They got every sport under them.
Yep.
Why not?
G-Day, what you doing, dog?
He's showing.
Man, you see the hold on. You see the ribs? I got my fire. I kicked the fire up, man. Hey, man.
Boy, you out there cooking.
You
out there cooking like it's Saturday or Sunday.
Hey, for real, it's Monday. My boy on the grill. Like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. I'm gonna be up all night.
Oh no, we almost done.
Oh my God, we got here. So that's what's up, man.
I agree. I hear what Miss Sanders said. She said when they were looking for teams, you automatically scratch. I'll tell you this. My son done played with a lot over the years. We played with a lot of kids. And when we got to a certain level, as a parent, I was like, nah, we ain't gonna play at that, because it just don't work.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't work. There's no benefit for me.
Yeah, and you gotta sometimes now know that some of these kids who get along, who don't get along, who had beef, who played with this team before and they didn't like each other.
Yep.
So,
Mr. Dudes has a question. He says, why can't kids be certified like the coaches for Gasso? It will stop kids from playing down.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Dudes, you're going to always have this. Are you really playing down? Because it's levels. Okay, let's say I got a kid that plays down. And I heard what you said earlier, Jeffrey. The thing was, even if that kid is playing down, all other kids gonna surpass him in like a year or two. If that's his peak.
Yep.
If that's his peak, then he pretty much tapped out, and that's what level he on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna say to this. I think the biggest thing is for instance, I think a lot of people really don't understand what the Gasso, how they do their levels.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is, for instance, people don't understand, like the NIT, they don't really strict anything by grades. They just kind of give you a gauge of what you will go against. Like the NIT is for freshmen and high-level 8th graders and sophomore team guys, okay? Then NCAA is freshmen who play JV or like varsity. Then you kind of high-level sophomores who play JV, like that. And then you might catch a couple juniors who play in there because you got like varsity high school teams. The NBA is supposed to be for your top-level guys, varsity guys who are trying to get recruited. Right. I remember back in the day, before COVID, everybody played in the NBA division come live period because they knew that's where the coaches was going to be at. So you had the top 15 EYBL play in the NBA division. Now, what Gasso would do is, if that happens, that's where all the brackets came from. It's because you started getting 15s and 16s playing in the NBA division, and them 17s don't want to play 16s and 15s, so they'll put all the top 15s together. They'll put all the top 15s together, all the top 17s. You got your sugar. So that's the thing that some people don't never understand is like, when you go to the Gasso, it's really about levels. It ain't really about eight. It's about levels and where you gauge your team at.
Right.
But I will say in the other tournaments, I think we need to start basically, we always put on there about the ages and stuff like that. I really think every tournament you play in, you gotta turn your birth certificate and a report card in before you play. And if you're 14 and you're in the 8th grade, okay, 9th grade, or go by grades. But the issue is if you go by grades, you may have some 16-year-olds playing 9th grade.
Right.
So, and that's the biggest thing. But people don't want to lose money because once you start sanctioning people, you lose money.
Well, that's where that certification can come in too. If we had a meeting in the middle of a grassroots season, hey coach, turn your rosters in. Turn your rosters in. Turn your rosters in. You got your certification. You playing at this level. You're certified for that level. That's where that comes in.
D-Day.
What's going on?
Your music, bro. You too loud. We can't hear.
Oh, hold on. My bad.
Hard too, boy.
My boy live today.
I'm glad he feeling good on Monday.
Oh yeah, man.
But no, I get what you're saying though, and I see what Mr. Dude said. He's stopping kids from getting to championship games to showcase their talent. You're 16 playing 14U. I mean, if your 16 is playing 14U and your 14U is handling their business, that's showcasing talent anyway. They're ahead of the game. I mean, the 16U should feel bad if a 14U smacking them.
That's true.
But I think what he's saying is that, like for instance, you'll go in these tournaments and say you got a 16U team or a 15U team, and your kids are all 15s and they're all freshmen, all right? But this 15U team walk in, they got this kid who he 15, but he really a sophomore. Yeah. So he about to turn 16 before your kid, but he playing in the 15U division. Or vice versa with the 14U. Then you got sometimes you got guys come in with teams from out of town or from these small little countries, small country towns, and they'll have a 16U kid or two playing on a 14U team talking about he in the 8th grade. Like, increase the purpose.
And in that point, those are the teams that they are just after trophies, and there's no real purpose to them.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? There's no rhyme or reason to them. They just want to win because they want to say it's about them and not more or less about the kids. I mean,
and that go back to your thing about certification for coaches, graduate certification.
Yep.
That go back to you.
I also think that you also got to look at, okay, when you come research a kid, like a lot of you got come and find kids in their high schools and find kids in the high school system and come to games and watch games, you know what level that kid on. If that kid has been a freshman and he on the freshman team, he shouldn't be playing no 17U.
No.
To me, there's a reason why he on freshman team and not on that varsity. If he that good.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. You look at that hoops team, all them boys played varsity and been playing varsity since they were freshmen. And I ain't saying they just on the team. They're not. They're people like, how the hoops beating people like that? Those are varsity players.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah, we they're not just, hey, you got a state champion on that team. And I ain't talking about a state champion that sat the bench. I'm talking about a state champion that started and contributed.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. People got to do the research on their kids more. And don't just be, oh, yeah, he came in the gym, he can dribble and shoot a free throw. He good. Go after what you want.
Yeah, you have to go after what you want.
I always say this. You can never pick your high school. In high school, you can't pick your high school team. You got a coach will walk through your doors. In AAU, you can pick your AAU team. You can make cuts if you ain't satisfied.
That's true.
But it's about building relationships, though. If you build a relationship with a kid, like if I had an AAU program and I know this kid, I'm like, man, I've been hearing about this kid. He can play. Then I'm gonna be at a lot of his games, trying to get him. And you know, I'm gonna be there talking to his parents. Hey, where his parents at? Let me look see how they react in the games. Let me see how he react on the floor. I'm looking at all that.
Man, your wife be getting on us, man, every time, man.
Man, she the comedian. She the comedian of the family, man.
Everybody got a comedian in the family, man.
Yeah, man. That's just how she is, though. Yeah, she good, though. She be cracking me up. She probably the biggest fan on the show.
But yeah, no. So back to what you were saying about the coaches clinic. I honestly would like to be a part of it. Like if you serious, yeah, like
I'm serious.
Let's do it, man.
Like we can make it happen. I know we can write agendas out. You can have guest speakers. Hey, it would have, of course, you have to rent a space or a gym. You would have to pick some. I'm gonna tell you, this is how TABC format is. If you ain't never been to it, so they have coaches, college coaches, guest speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll pick the guys that's playing in that All-Star game. They use some of them to run their sets and to get their philosophies across with those guys.
Okay.
They also they give each speaker like a couple hours. They also have, but it just depends on what they're doing.
Coach Stewart, they getting on you, man.
I'm good. I ain't worried about them. Sometimes you gotta have that selective humor. but and then with their they have speakers for different philosophies, so they'll get it from different coaches. They have vendors, so if you want to get the latest gear, the latest training workouts,
mm-hmm.
Like they'll have that all around the gym. She talking about have to follow COVID protocol. If you don't get off their phone. But it can be you. Now here go the thing. The TABC clinic, that thing is like 3 or 4 days with different speakers. A grassroots clinic, you could probably put it like a day or two. Invite people from Dallas to it. That's how you unify stuff.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be coaches from all across the state at that TABC thing.
So they do it the same weekend they do the All-Star game?
Yep, the same week they do the state.
Okay.
It's that week though. It starts on
that whole week. Okay.
Yeah, it starts on I think everybody gets there like a Sunday or a Monday, and then you go to classes. So you can have individual classes and go to classes during the day to get those certifications. And you go in, you hear the speaker speak for an hour. He tell his philosophy. Speaker tell whatever he want to do, whatever he want to say. It's his time. And then meanwhile, if you don't want to look at the speaker, you go out to the hallway and look at the latest basketball gear or the latest thing that they're trying to market in high schools.
Okay. So this year, is the shot clock up for vote?
I don't think it's up for vote again.
Okay. But do you, this is the question I always want to ask. Do you ever think it will get approved in the state of Texas?
I think it would eventually. But the thing is, if it's enough people that say it kind of hurts people's high school coaches coaching.
Right, it does.
A lot of the coaching philosophies, it hurts. So that's why it's probably a 50-50 split with the shot clock thing. That's why I won't get voted on. Because you got people that want to play fast.
Right.
You got people that want to slow that thing down and run every play that they have. But my thing is, would it get people ready for college? Yeah, a shot clock would get ready for college.
But ain't that's what it's about, the kids?
Exactly. So how about this? If you really wanted to get it started, maybe you should start introducing shot clock in the 8th grade to grassroots.
Yep.
7th,
8th grade, introduce shot clock.
Yep.
And that might turn some heads.
Because at that point, those kids gonna be used to playing it.
Yep. That's the problem. They're not used to playing it on the levels, the lower levels.
Yep.
So if they're used to playing it on the lower levels, you get the middle schools, or do it in the 6th grade. Start in the 6th grade, and now it goes up. See, it's all about, when it comes to high school stuff like it, it's all about programs. You got to look at the feeder system and then all the way up.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
No, yeah, I was just asking because I thought it was, because I know for college they just had, but this was more so for the girls' side. Like they're gonna shoot, they just had voting, so they're gonna they're gonna push back the 3-point line for the girls to make it the same as the boys. And then they also are having a voting on lowering the rim to 9.5 feet.
Oh, so they want to see some dunks
instead of 10 feet.
Well, they want to see some.
Yes,
I saw that too.
This is on the collegiate girls, D1, D2, all the way down.
Well, they want to see more girls dunk and the athleticism more to bring. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I watch some girls basketball, but it ain't nothing like watching somebody dunk though.
It ain't.
That's some athleticism, yeah. When I see a girl throw it down, I'll be like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Okay, we gotta watch this game now. She coming through the paint, dunking on people." Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's gonna change a lot. And so then my question would be: so if they do approve it for college, how hard would it be to get that implemented in high school? Because a lot of the high school, the rims don't go up and down. You know, they're just stuck. They're standard 10 feet.
Yeah, but you can put rims on the rim though.
That's true.
You can put rims on the backboard just to put them on. That's what they'll probably do. If they approve it and they go down to high school, they'll put rims on. And then when the boys game come, when the boys playing, they'll take the rims off.
Okay.
That's what I would think. It's easier that way.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
No, it will be.
Very interesting. Yeah, but I think though the shot clock wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, well, okay, here you go. If you add a shot clock to high school basketball, now there's no 5-second count.
Right, no 5-second count.
And really, the rule about the 5-second count, I was told a long time ago, as long as you're parallel and you're within 6 feet of the player, that's your count. A real count. It's not I have to be up on him and make him go somewhere. I have to be in front of him, 6 feet, down in the stands with my hand out, or looking like I'm gonna be playing some defense. I don't necessarily have to be my hand out. I just gotta be in front of him.
Right, yeah.
But everybody's interpretation of the rules is different.
No, they do. They do, because it does say that in the rule. Because we had a discussion, matter of fact, last Wednesday about that rule. And then because I was asking the referee, I said, so if it's really 6 feet, why do y'all tell the kids they're too far apart and they need to get up closer to guard the man?
Right.
But it's like you said, it's everybody's interpretation as a referee. Because every ref calls it, they do their count differently. Some you got to be right on top of the guy, and then others you can be back a little bit.
I mean, that's like the charge rule. Everybody rule for a charge is different. Like in college, the charge is totally different. Like usually, if it's outside that box, anywhere outside that box, they're gonna give you that charge. Tell Kai say what's up.
Hey, Coach Dudes, it's mostly all the tournaments have their own websites. You don't have to use the Exposure basketball website. Like Gasso has their own website. You know, Sloan has his own. You know, RCA Sports has his own.
But It's one website.
The guys
though,
down in San Antonio.
Yeah. But
Talking about
it's a website
school
that
tournaments. School
it's a
tournaments
website that I used to use.
Mm-hmm.
It's a website that I used to use that brought up every tournament in the country, including like Sloan. I forgot what it was called though. It's been a while since I've done it. But I used to make my schedule based off of it. I mean, it brought up every tournament, including like it'll bring up Sloan's, Gasso, San Antonio. Brought up every tournament in Texas. I can't think of what it's called though. Well, Mr. Dudes, you probably can just look on
Anything
Twitter
else,
too, though, because everybody talk about Twitter. They put everything.
Yep. Twitter is the new newsletter.
Yep.
It is the new newsletter.
Put in tournament. Put in basketball tournaments on Twitter, and you probably can find them.
Shit, if you want information, go to Twitter. Everything's up there.
Yep. Hey, but G-Day, I'm serious about this coaching clinic, man.
No, me too. I like that idea. And I say that because when I used to coach with the Mean Streets, they made us go to like the USA basketball clinic.
Yeah, see?
And it would be majority high school coaches, but it'll be a couple of grassroots coaches there. But that was something that we had. If we was coaching, we had to go to the USA basketball coaches clinic.
Why not? High school coaches got to go to clinics too. I mean, I think it would be good though. See, now you bringing that relationship in with the high school coaches with the grassroots coaches.
Yep.
Which is what needs to be done anyways.
Right. Which would need to be done. I mean, if I'm a head coach and I'm speaking at a clinic and I see some guys that my kids play on, then I'm gonna support that program because he's at my clinic or he's there at the clinic listening to me and my philosophies.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
support that program.
Yep. But see, a lot of people don't think that way, man. Like that's to me, that's logical. That's smart. That's an easy way to get in good with the coach, but a lot of people don't think that way.
Yeah, but a lot of people are me people though.
That's true too.
They have wolves in sheep clothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the real. No fairy tale. A lot of people ain't like that. Everybody got to be like, what about my lunch? Yep. Yeah, but man, you just let me know, man. We can write an agenda out, all that kind of stuff. It might be a time that you plan it and make it real good and write it out and all that stuff. And, it might not be successful the first year, but the more you have it,
right. Yep. The more you have it, the more of the growth. Yeah, Miss Sanders just said like even little league football coaches are required to go to clinics. Like,
see, 2 or 3 day clinic. Invite San Antonio. Invite Dallas. It'll start getting out.
Mr. Dude said he needs the $9.99 tournament. Hey, Mr. Dude, I've never played in a tournament where the tournament fee to register my team was $9.99. I don't even think I would go to that tournament.
I'll put it back.
But Mr. Dude said, do they ever stream? So you can go on YouTube and there are some small snippets of coaches' clinics. But
Mr. Dude,
they're not going to show you the whole entire thing, though.
Yeah, but Mr. Dude, it ain't nothing like being there. Though.
Yeah, being there is different.
Yeah, because you can stream some stuff, but if you're actually there, and a lot of times those coaches in those clinics, they take questions. So if I'm running a certain set and you want to see me run that set back, hey coach, what does he do when he come off the top of that screen again? Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
and I'll explain it because I got players out there explaining it. And
Right.
and
Yep.
here you go, Mr. Day. That's the perfect time for you to put your All-Star team together and have them play.
Oh, yep. It is.
So now you getting 2 for 1. Now
Look,
you
man,
getting 2 for 1.
we working together, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Now you getting 2 for 1 because that's what TABC do. That's when they have their All-Star game. Boy, you got them ribs.
Oh, yes, sir, man. I got my ribs, man.
Oh yeah. I told you, boy, you cooking like it's Sunday.
Got my ribs. Finna go get my other rib.
Oh yeah. You gonna sleep good tonight?
Oh, yeah, I am, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sleepy in the classroom tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I already know. It will put you to sleep. Hey, what's that the boy say on the Boondocks? He caught the itis.
Oh, the itis, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I think that'll be good. Y'all just, we can sit down and top it out.
Yes,
And
sir,
you know
man.
what? Here you go. What would also help is that would also bring all the scouts, all the media service, so people will know who's what.
That's true.
So people will know. That'll bring all the mixtape people, all the videographers. That'll bring all them. People will know who's who, and it won't be nobody hiding behind tweets and Facebook.
I agree with you on that too, Carter. People don't study, and that's why we're talking about the whole clinic, because a lot of people on the grassroots side, they don't study basketball.
Right.
They don't, man. And now I can remember when my son played. He only played 3 years of little like youth football, but his coach basically said, "Oh, I got all my plays off Madden. I knew we getting off the team. It's time to get off the team."
Wow. Wow.
It's time to get off the team, man. He talking about he got his plays off of Madden. This is real life, man. This ain't no video game.
That boy said press the A button.
And I'm sure some coaches the same way, man.
Oh yeah, man. This coach is the same way. I saw this on the. I know a lot of coaches be like, I saw the Bulls run this last night. LeBron them ran this last night. Well, you don't have no LeBron on your team.
You don't,
no
yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, you don't have no pros to run pro sets.
Right. That's what people don't understand. Like you gotta teach them first, and then you. But here go the other discord. One of the things that some high school coaches say is, okay, so when we get the kids back in August and we start going through our stuff, we have to break some of the habits that they were allowed to do in AAU season. And then when they come back to AAU, then the AAU coaches be like, man, I don't know why these kids ain't playing and ain't getting as much playing time. And none of the stuff that you did with him related to what was going on in this program. Or some people don't teach.
Yep, some people don't teach.
And none of that stuff was related to what was going on. Like a lot of stuff not even translating to basketball. Because like you said, you don't have no NBA players on your team.
Yeah. Like that's one thing I never understand, why people always try to run like what the Bulls do or what the Lakers do. Like, you don't have that type of team, man. You can't run them same type of plays. Like, those are professionals. These kids, they're not there yet. They're mentally, and that's what I put a tweet out yesterday. Like, when kids start getting tired, you can like they lose all comprehension of the just IQ of basketball. Like, it goes all out the window.
I agree.
It does, and I'm talking about high school kids, seniors, juniors,
fatigue sitting.
Yeah, it's like goes all out the window. Like, basic stuff that you should be doing is just like, I'm like, come on, fellas, like, but you want to run pro sets? Come on, they're not prepared for that. These guys study film nonstop. Like,
let me tell you, when I coached grassroots, this is what I did. I had my my playbook that I wanted to run, but I had my base offense, and I had a few quick hitters. I treated my grassroots program like a high school program because I knew that eventually these kids wanted to play high school.
Mm-hmm.
So what a lot of people don't realize is high school programs, they tailor their program, or high school coaches tailor their program off of college programs.
That's true.
Not pros, but off of college. Now they might get a play from the pros, but most of them get their stuff from college. Mr. Dude say what?
Yeah. Offer, I'm gonna get you suckers. He's like, let me get one red.
One real. And then he say, got change for 100.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I think we had a clinic, man, and set it up and do it 2 or 3 days and get your all-star game in and offer this type of stuff, and you can promote guys. Guys can have booths there. They can get so much for booth. You can make it happen. It can
Yeah.
It can be a good thing if it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
If it's done right, it can be a good thing, and it can change up a lot of stuff here.
It can. Miss Sanders, a lot of coaches can't even get out and run with their team in practices.
Well, that's because, again, it's like I said, they don't have nobody to ask questions to, or they don't watch film. So they see that play one time and keep trying to run it, and it's not ran right.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to do one thing real good. Do one thing real good. You can't do a bunch of little things. Okay, it's one thing you got to do real good. No Rob tonight, man. Where Rob is?
Hey, man, I saw before you had hopped on, sent you the thing. Hey, man, they stood me up tonight, man.
Oh, it's all good.
No,
it's
it's
good. He over there grubbing.
No.
Boy.
I know everybody was busy. They had stuff to do, man.
Coach over there grubbing, boy.
Oh yeah, he eating good, man.
He pulled a towel out.
Yeah, he didn't even have a napkin, man. He had a whole towel, man.
Yeah.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's good, man.
I had some leftover salmon and shrimp, man. I had to eat.
Oh yeah, you been waiting on that all day, brother. It's all good.
But no, I also agree with you, because I think the biggest thing that, like, as grassroots, we need to start really focusing on teaching kids how to play proper defense, because that translates everywhere. Like, no matter what, if you can teach a kid how to play defense, he can always go back and help his high school team or anything like that. Because the one thing I would say, offensively, the toughest thing trying to teach kids in grassroots is because every high school coach runs a different type of offense. So you may give that kid a certain type of leeway or certain stuff, and he may not go do that at their school. So you have to understand that. But I think if we can teach guys how to play defense, things like that, then we'll be fine. The kids will be a lot better.
You know, I don't know why kids don't like to post up, Mr. Dudes.
Well, the game is changing.
But I also know a lot of people aren't teaching guards how to feed post as well. Also,
Right.
So you can't be mad at kids. I don't want to get in the post. Ain't nobody gonna pass me the ball.
Well,
that's what it really is.
I bet if you lined up 20 guards and lined them up, how many of them guards did you know how to actually drag the ball down and make it feed the post?
No.
They don't know how to fake high and pass low.
Go low.
Pass high.
Yep. No.
They don't
but again, like you said, like, more kids watch NBA basketball than they watch college basketball.
Yes,
So,
they do.
So that's the biggest thing. Why? And the other thing is, when you really think about it, guys should look at people like this. Is why I always say LeBron got better once he got a post game.
Yes, he did.
So even when you look at a lot of the best players, Jokic, Joel Embiid, I'm talking like your good post guys, like your really good post guys. They post up. Now they may not post up every time, but they'll go to the block and post up.
Yeah.
But you don't have any more Chauncey Billups
and Darren Williams,
Andre Miller, you don't Baron Davis, you don't Sam Cassell. That's not part of the game no more. Part of the game is shoot the 3-ball, play fast, transition, analytics. That's what the game is about. So you don't want no guy to post up. He in the way. Face the floor, and then truthfully, bigs are now taught to play in the dunk position. So you drop off or you play over the top for the alley-oop. Again, people start watching Kentucky, the Anthony Davises and stuff like that. Like them guys not trying to post up. So that's the hard part,
Right. Like you said, they ain't. And then the thing is, you gotta hold them kids accountable too. It's all about the sets you run too. You gonna you have to run a set. I'm like you. If a big ain't gonna want to go post if he not touching the ball like 3 trips in a row. He not finna go post. You gotta feed the big.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta feed them.
You got to.
What do you say? Grassroots, I have yet to see a coach stop practice to show post D. A lot of coaches don't work on it because people don't run post plays.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't run sets. If
you teaching more post men how to play pick and roll defense more than you are teaching them how to do on the block defense. Like you got to teach your big man now how to cover the pick and roll and stuff like that. Now you're not really teaching, 3/4 front, full front, behind, over the like you're not teaching that because I mean, let's be real. Besides Charles and Katie Pato, who was a real dominant, big in high school this year on the block, like a real dominant big. Foster, you had what's it called too? You had Deuce, who played on the block. There's a couple, but it ain't that many that play on the block where you like, well, we got to worry about this kid posting up every time,
right?
Things like that. So, that ain't. I think that's the hardest part playing defense. Now, most defense.
Like you said, a lot of kids that instead of them posting, they play in that short corner or they play in the gutter, right?
Yep.
They don't play like true posts because they don't drill it.
Mm-mm.
It's not drill.
No. So you really not even worrying about playing defense like that. You really more help side, fill the gaps,
right?
Protect over top, things like that now. So
I agree.
You barely see now anybody just average probably like 10, 12 points on the block.
Yep.
So, that's when you got to kind of start guarding somebody on the block when you like, okay, that kid right there, they average 10 or 12 on the block a game. You don't never see that no more. So
right. How many? But like you said, how many true bigs are there now in Houston?
Yeah, that's true. Like even if a kid should be a true big, he don't want to do that.
Right, he want to be a guard. All bigs want to be guards, and all guards want to be bigs.
Yeah.
I bet you as a coach, if Mr. Dudes, I tell you this: if you tell your point guard to go down there and post, I bet he'll love it. If you run a play with him to post, he'll love it.
Yep. So.
G-Day in them reels now, boy.
Yep. He didn't fade it out. Yep.
I know my wife would be messing me. Ain't you supposed to be asleep? Y'all know This normal. I be in the bed by 9:30.
I understand. Well, I got you. G-Day.
Well, you know what it is. Hey man, I once read that LeBron James, he gets in the bed at about 8 o'clock. Now he don't be sleep, but he just rest. He eases his mind about 8 o'clock. Say he been doing it for years. Says the best rest he can get. And then eventually he'll fall asleep. But he just lay in the bed about 8 o'clock. And just rest.
I wish I could do that.
Me too. Me too. But you know what? That's why I said normally by 9:30, yeah, I'm laying down. I'm laying down by 9:30.
Yeah.
But 8 o'clock?
That's tough.
That's crazy.
That's tough. You do it 8 o'clock. But yeah, G-Day, you close us out.
Yep. Yeah, G-Day. He can't.
He over there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
G-Day. See if he answers the phone. He over there smacking, bro.
He is. Oh, he back.
You can close it out, G-Day.
Oh, I can't hear y'all, man.
You heard me?
Yeah, okay, I hear you now. What happened? My phone.
Yeah, I said
my phone
you
had
can
died.
close it out.
Oh,
You can go ahead and close it out.
My phone had died. My bad, y'all, man.
Oh, it's all good. We thought you was on them ribs over there.
Oh man, that's what Mr. Do something on. Got some barbecue sauce and some bread.
Hey, hold on. He said some light.
But
bread.
hey, yeah, we
Boy,
appreciate
you know, I ain't
y'all.
heard that for long.
Coach Stewart, appreciate you for hopping on, man.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime, man. You know I enjoy it. But yeah.
Man, until next time, y'all. This is the Shot Clock. We'll see y'all later, man.